Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Global Business Chat episode 25. Was it 25? 26. Oh my gosh, it's already 26. So, this is business chat that I've started just to inspire everyone who's watching out there. To know, just to inspire you, to give you other options that you may be able to start. This is about a digital business, and every time I have the global business chat, I invite business owners from other areas within the USA or other parts of the world. So just to have them on my page. Today, it's a really special day for me because I was able to invite two of the business owners, one from Canada and one from UK. Now, for those who do not know me yet, this is the business page of Jay and Myrel. Jay is my husband, and Jay and I have two daughters. One is in the military, and one is the fifth grader. I'm also a physical therapist. We just came here in the USA 12 years ago, and here we are. Um, we have quite a journey, and without much further ado, I will bring my guest on the screen. Thank you for watching and for your time. It's something that I cannot give back to you. Here you go. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hi, Irene. Hi, May. Thank you so much
Good
for
morning.
the page. So, Irene, would you like to go first to give yourself, our viewers, a little bit of a background about, just your job? And I know I've already given an introduction, but if you want to add more, it's up to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, viewers and returning viewers. My name is Irene, and I'm a staff nurse by profession. I've been nursing since 1998, so I'm about 20 years plus in the nursing profession. I'm a mother of two children. I have a daughter who is 12 years old, and my son is 9 years old. I currently work in York Hospital in the United Kingdom, and I work in the accident and trauma department. And I've been working for the past 4 years. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that introduction. Hi, May. So I'll give you the floor.
Hi, Mariel. Hi, Irene. Thank you for inviting me. Good morning in my part of the world here. So, it's 11 o'clock. About me, okay, so I was born and raised in Cebu, Philippines, and I came to Canada about 11 years ago as a foreign worker. Profession. So, currently, I work as an administrative support in the one of the ministries in the provincial government, but I had almost 2 decades of work experience in the food service industry. And I have three kids, so two boys, 16 and 14, and we have a little girl, 5 year old. So, yeah, I have my hands full.
Hi. All of us are like busy women, career wise, being a wife, a mom, and all the other things that comes with
Hmm.
our being for being a woman and being, all the hats that we wear. So, Irene, you've mentioned about how you've been like more than 25 years in your career, and what do you love about your job? That's quite a long time.
Okay, so the most interesting part of the job is the act of caring for human life. Showing love to people through comforting them, helping them meet their needs, and helping them return to optimum health. Patients, all over the world, all over the globe, they need nurses to care for them, to help them gain back their health. So it's really a very emotional profession where you put yourself in the position of those patients. You empathize with them, you feel like you take their burdens on you and just assist them through showing compassion, through caring, for them and helping them back on their feet. So it's a very interesting aspect of nursing that, you know, you just have to be an emotional person, when it comes to nursing, you just take the burden of those patients and help them in every possible way you can, building relationship with them, you gain their confidence, they rely on you so much. So that's the aspect about nursing which I love very well. You just keep everything about your own self, and it's all about the patient. So that's an interesting part of the profession I love.
Absolutely. I'm in the healthcare profession, and I've had, a few, if not a lot of nursing, friends who are nurses. And I can see that it really takes a lot of compassion, being selfless, because it can be a very tiring, work. So you really have to love it in order to be able to care for other people.
Yeah.
So, well, kudos to you, especially with the pandemics and everything. It was a hard time. So,
Yes.
May, um, for you, I saw that if I understand it well, you were in a certain profession for a while, like a field, and then you switch, or was that just a continuation of something that you've already started for a long time?
Well, back in the Philippines, I worked as a manager in one of like the biggest fast food chain there. Right? Can I say it, Jollibee? So I worked there for 11 years, and that experience brought me here in Canada. So I was able to, capitalize on that experience. So I came here as a foreign worker. And then I continuously worked in the food service industry. So I worked McDonald's, Tim Hortons, right? And then that was for almost 2 decades. So how almost half of my life I've been in food service. So maybe because of that experience, so my passion, in terms of service, right? So that industry taught me a lot about customer focus. The service people, greeting and smiling, and then making sure that people are satisfied or customers are satisfied. And then now, well, I could, I shifted my career because you're not getting younger, right? So that is a very physically demanding job working in the fast food, right? Standing up 10-hour shifts, right? So I shifted my career like more than 3 years ago. So I took a short course on administrative professional diploma, and then so that paved the way to me entering into the public service. Because like when I first came into Canada, I was like, how I wish I would be in the public service, right, in the government, work for the government, be a public servant. So and coming from the Philippines, even if you have a degree, well, it's not really like it's not like recognized. So I had to have that Canadian paper to let my a foot in to the the kind of work that I was aiming for. So yeah, so in my kind of work, so it's a different kind of service. It's in a public service. It's giving support to to your colleagues, and I love what I'm doing because maybe it's ingrained in me already, like giving support, like because back then in the Philippines I was like the people are coming to me asking for help. You know this, you know that, like a troubleshooter, right? So I think I love that most that part of my job is I'm able to help people who needs whatever I have, to whatever I can be of assistance of. So yeah, I just love helping people. So I think that's what I love about my job. So just being on the background, making sure that goals are met as a whole in the team in the office, and yeah, so that's what I love about my profession.
It looks like all three of us have something in common. We love people, we love serving. And I think that this kind of passion that we have is connected to why we choose this digital business. That's what I think. Because I'm a physical therapist, and with these lovely ladies, May and Irene, who's always been like, I feel that being able to love our job where we stay for 8 hours and even more. Like I'm sure Irene has long shifts sometimes, because I've known a lot of nurses too, and probably May as well too. When you are, I shouldn't say forced, when you are needed to do an overtime because to fill up the other staff was not there. So for a physical therapist, I love my job, caring with elderly people. I recently switched to children, like caring for children and helping them improve. And in either both of those areas, I just love being there and seeing, giving them hope, giving them, a choice, or just giving them a glimpse that they can be better in their life. So now, if you, Irene, what do you think about why did you start this online business?
Well, there's a few reasons why I decided that I needed a second stream of income, and fortunately, this our business has got more than two streams, got five streams of income, and more on the way. So I just felt like I wanted to do something different. I wanted time freedom. I wanted family, financial freedom. I wanted to be able to set aside something that if I retire tomorrow and there's no need for me to, try to start looking for where to get extra source of income. I'll just focus on my own personal, business. So that was why I decided to join this business. I wanted to work shorter hours. I wanted to be able to do things on my own without being told, without being given restrictions. I wanted to be able to have steady cash flow. And I also thought, if life happens to me today, what do I have to fall back to if for any reason I'm not physically fit to walk again? What then do I have to fall back to? I just felt I needed something I could call my own, which I'm the chief executive officer of, which I own, which I run for myself. And it's amazing that I was able to find something that runs 24 hours on the background, runs on automation without me being physically present. Even while I'm sleeping, my business is running. So I just thought that this business had checked off the boxes for me, and I just feel that this business is just the right business for me. So that was why I jumped into it.
Yes, I could definitely relate. Irene, I think I lost you there, or maybe just my connection. You were talking about
Or
this.
maybe it's the connection because I can hear you, yeah.
So last words we heard was that you love this business because of that. Did you say something else after?
No, nothing else
Okay.
afterwards.
All right. Well, I can definitely relate to that. My two-part reasons of joining or actually starting my own business is that the first part is that way before the pandemic, there were a lot of changes in the USA, especially in the healthcare system. And I saw, some people lost their jobs and some had pay cuts. And I realized then, I'm like, I at first I am grateful to God that I was able to keep my job. I'm really grateful. My husband and I were able to keep our jobs, and that was very important, of course, for everyone. And so it made me think first. I'm like, oh my gosh, I won't even qualify for being an Uber driver. I always get lost, even with GPS. So I'm like, even an Uber driver, I can't make a living out of because I don't know anything but being a physical therapist. And the second part of my reason, so I had to, find a plan B, just like Irene. Then for the second time, which really pushed me, was that when my daughter left for the military, it really broke my heart, not because of what she chose, but because I realized that time, I know time flies, but I never thought that I would come to that day where I have to face it and think about the times that I've never really made important decisions to spend more time with her. And it was sad for me. I mean, now I don't cry anymore, but the very first time I shared it online, I couldn't help myself because it was like facing the truth that being a mom, I was not there for her. The broken hearts that she had, I don't think I was, because I work 11 hours a day sometimes and 6 days a week. So I'm just glad that I still have a fifth grader. So I'm trying to be a better mom, and with this business, I know that I'd be able to, like, because I don't have to work too hard, because with this business it doesn't take more of my time. I can do it anywhere, at home or everywhere. It's flexible. So that's the change that I started to initiate. I have to step up of my comfort zone, because this has nothing to do with healthcare at all, nothing to do with my profession. I have to step out of it, learn, start from scratch in a way that I have to learn. The good thing is we have a platform that's 90% done. So all I need to do is just put myself there, learn, and then train. And Irene have already mentioned a lot that she loves about the business that I love too. So let's go to May. I'm sure she has more things to say about the business, because this is just a glimpse of what we have.
Yeah, thank you for the. I think I can relate to what Irene shared as well because we are like we have a common denominator. We're all mom, and of course we want to do everything we can for our family, right? Especially for our future. So, um, when I was introduced to this business, so I remember I shared about me. I was in the middle of transitioning my career from the food service industry into the public sector, right? So I was a full-time student when I started this business. So that was, I think, immediately when my maternity ended for my youngest. So of course, like I sacrificed. So as a full-time student, of course, it was only my husband who was, earning for the family. And here, of course, it's a reality. It's not cheap, right? Living in the first world country and with a big family, we have three children. So it's not enough. So I was really looking for something that I can do just at home, right, to supplement to help with the family's finances during that time while I was a student. So yeah,
Yeah.
I grabbed this and then like I had a slow start because I had a lot of my plate. So, but it was good because what I love about this business is that it is very flexible. You can really run it alongside your full time career, and you can run it any time of the day. Like for me, at night when everybody else is sleeping or early in the morning when everybody's still asleep, so I can run it. Even I can, check my business, run my business during my lunch break, you know. So it's really that flexibility, and then uh, that I love about this. Like, oh, okay, I can do it. While I'm a student and I'm, taking care of my toddler that time, and then okay, I you could always find time, especially if it's for your family. So that's one of the things I love. And then it's really like, even if you have no business experience, like you can
Yes.
really do it. Like, it's for everybody who has, that yearning for change for your family. So yeah, and I realized, with what happened during this past almost 3 years, right, with the pandemic. So, my friends from the food service, hospitality, right? So they were badly hit. So cut-offs, like, layoff, and then because their workplaces were closed. So it really, you know, like got me to thinking like, oh my God, if I had been into still in that industry, right? So what would have happened? Right? And then so I got me thinking like before, oh, we always say, oh, plan B is an option, it's an option to have another stream of income. But with what happened, around the world, for almost 3 years now, plan B is not an option anymore, but it is a necessity, right? So you have to have a secure, a source of financial income for the family, especially my kids are still young. I still have to, college. I still have to send them to college, and of course, we're not getting any younger as well.
Yeah.
So, this really supplemented our, source of income so that we can, achieve our goals faster, right? So we have to prepare for our retirement as well, and it is a reality. It's really expensive to live, especially now with inflation. Oh my goodness, your groceries. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this
Correct.
business, I'm really thankful for having started this business. Although I'm doing just part time, so it really gives you that positive mindset that all will be well. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And uh I'm glad that you pointed out that you don't need to have a business background for this, or experience in this business. So you don't really need to be tech savvy. You don't need to have a extensive business background or business background at all, because it's like a step by step video based training that you can just follow. And all you need to do actually is just being spoon fed, because it teaches you what to click, what to start or press. So it's interesting, that it's easy, and I'm a visual learner, so I like that it's like that. Thank you for Mr. Chibsa, who is watching. Thank you very much for your time, sir. And I hope that you'll get something out of what we're sharing, and for all those viewers and those who are going to watch us later. So we'll see. A lot of people are saying they're skeptical, and I would say I don't know. I didn't go through that skeptical phase, because when I first saw an ad there, she was a physical therapist She was cooking in the kitchen while doing something in the laptop for the business. And I told myself, she's putting herself out there. She has her name, and I'm like, she wouldn't do this if it's not legitimate, right? If it's a scam. So I went farther. I went to her personal profile, and I said personal personal Facebook page has been there for many years. So I'm like, oh, I really have to do this. I mean, so I didn't go through that. But let me ask our guest today if they can share something about being skeptical and what they did to overcome that, because I'm sure a lot of you can relate for those viewers that will be watching. So Irene, what were you ever skeptical at all?
Well, I wasn't skeptical when I saw the advert. It was my coach who was advertising, talking about something you could do, especially for those who live in diaspora, especially for immigrants who are living in diaspora. And I just watched the video and then I messaged her immediately. And then I now asked her what it was all about. And she just explained that I needed to watch a 90-minute webinar and I needed to sign up for the program, which was refundable in 30 days guarantee. And then I thought to myself, okay, if I needed to sign up for a program with $149 and it's refundable to me in 30 days, I really don't have anything to lose. So I signed up, I think, immediately. And then within 2 days, I booked my coaching call and then she told me what the details were. So I now told her I was going to get back to her, and then that was how I signed up for the business. So I really wasn't skeptical, or I didn't feel it was a scam, because she told me that they usually pay taxes on it, on the business. When you begin to make returns, you need to incorporate your business, and when it's incorporated, you need to pay tax to the government. So telling me all of that, I just felt that there was nothing scam about it. And I'm a person who believes in opportunities that I come across anywhere, because opportunities, I don't let them pass me by. I just do my due diligence by ensuring that it's legitimate, and then I go for them. Yeah, so that's my experience.
Thank you so much, Irene. I'm glad too that you mentioned about the something that you won't lose anything. I'm like, what would you lose? You actually gain from it because you get your money back, and yet you already know or have a glimpse about our business. So you know about it, and yet those information that we've given to you already, we can't take it back. Not unlike your money, you take it back, but we can take it back from your mind, what you already know about our business. So you gain and you're not losing anything. So thank you so much for that, Irene. And I also like that you mentioned what you did, for those that for you to have an informed decision, because that's what we should all do. I mean, we cannot just jump and like you don't even know what's going to happen or what's over, the other side. You have to do research, and the first thing is to, you know, engage, ask about it, inquire, and probably, and if you're still interested, then you can watch the live webinar. But I'll ask Irene to share something more. I'm sure she had her piece of this.
Oh, yeah. So, as I shared, right? So during when I started the business, I was really looking for something that I can do online. So, you know, I think I saw an ad on my Facebook like feed, right? So I signed up, right? Because that's how you sign up for the webinar. And then there was another ad from a different business owner. So mind you, so to cut it short, so I signed up for five different business owners ads. So that was how serious I was. And later on, I found out that one of my friends was already doing the business. So like that was how serious I was, to really find something that I can do online, right? And yeah, so about skepticism, why uh, I was not skeptic about the business per se because I am a type of person who like really do my research and make sure that this is legit, this is legal, this is not a scam, right? So I've done all of that and like okay, so that's how serious I was. I signed up to five different business owners during that time. So yeah, and then I think about the skepticism is that when I was already, I started already, I signed up, I look at the training, I was included in the community, right, of the global business owners, which is so awesome. At first, my skepticism was on myself, being like, if I'm able to make it, because I had a lot on my plate during that time, right? So, oh, I was skeptical about myself being successful in, doing the business, because, oh, 3 kids and study, and then, like, like that. So that was the skepticism part. But about the business, no, I was into it. That, oh, this is it. This is what I was looking for. But then it was just a matter of juggling the time, right, to make the business work for me and for my family. So that's my share about the skepticism. But eventually,
Wow.
like, okay, I was able to manage, and of
Yeah.
course, just manage your time.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. This is the first time I've had that perspective of skepticism about the self. It's always about the business. And you know what? That opened my eyes because it's true. Like a lot of us actually are not skeptical about the business, but then they don't push through because then they're questioning themselves. Okay, well, I know this business is legitimate. So what? I'm busy. I'm a mom. I have kids. I have a husband to take care of, to be there for him, and being a professional. And for me, she was studying. So I believe that's also a major part of why people, even though they see a very good opportunity that's in front, of us, that we still don't push through. And I can't blame that. I mean, that's a very legitimate being skeptical about our capability. But I would say that you really have to start and really think about what your priorities are. When it comes to this business, it's not taking a lot of our time. As I've said, as long as you have a Wi Fi, you have your mobile phone, you have your laptop, you don't even have to bring your laptop all the time with you. You can always check on inquiries, you have notifications, and it's just working in the background. And so that's why May, Irene, and I, we are very busy people with all the hats that we wear every day, and we're still running a digital business. So that's something that to think about, like something that you could really, you know, think and probably would push you to be out of your comfort zone. Now, before we come to an end, so May, Irene, could you share our viewers? I know it's already been very inspiring from both of you, listening from your journeys. I'm even inspired being a business owner that, we're going to the same path and direction for this in our goals. Please share some more inspiring words or quotes that you may, maybe your favorite that you live by, or just, something that motivated you. Let's start with Irene.
Okay, so my parting words will be for everyone to check out this opportunity. When opportunity comes knocking, they really don't come in jumpsuit, they don't come in Prada, they don't come in designer wear. They just come casually. And then if you fail to recognize those opportunity, you're really going to be missing out, big time on something that would have been able to change your life forever. So they said nothing changes if nothing changes. You need to do something for something to change for you. The year is gradually coming to an end. We're beginning to set our goals for next year. We're beginning to plan what we want to achieve for next year. I think this business is an option for somebody to look at. I really think it's somebody did me a favor by introducing me to this business, because the benefit I've been able to get from this business is not something that I've ever thought that I would have been able to get, this soon. So people need to check out opportunities. It's been a long time where they say the online world is a very unsafe place. Since the COVID, people have been making millions and millions online. Most organizations, they now work remotely from home, and they work online. Now, since the COVID, we begin to do hospital consultations online, we buy our groceries online. A lot of things have moved to the online world. So also business, it's just for you to do your due diligence and explore, opportunities when you see them. Like my being in the UK here was an opportunity I saw on Facebook. It was an advertisement advertisement I saw on Facebook. And then I sent my requirements. I passed all the exams that they require. And when I sent it to them, it was an all expense paid trip for me to come and work here. And today I'm in this country, I'm working here legally just because of an opportunity I saw on Facebook. I saw the opportunity online. So I am a big believer of the online world. A lot of things I've been able to achieve were online. I just saw something casually on Facebook. I've been able to develop myself personally. I've been able to grow in various aspects of life which I never even thought I would have been able to achieve this soon. So people should just take advantage of opportunities. Gone are the days where we see pictures, we post pictures, we comment and do everything free. But right now, when you're posting pictures and you're commenting, sharing likes and all of that, you're making huge amounts of money. So I like to tell people that the online world is one of the safest places where anybody can, thrive. So take a leap of faith, sign up, do your due diligence, and then get your ball rolling for 2023. So that will be my parting words for today.
Beautiful. That's awesome, Irene. Trees G, hi. Thank you for watching live from Indonesia. Thank you for your time. It's precious. So we appreciate every minute that you've spent in our Go Live today. So, May, let's hear you.
Yeah, so in addition to what Irene just said, no, when this opportunity, was presented to me, like I really grabbed it. So it's really, you know, like as we don't stay young. So if you are able and capable of doing more for your family, because that's always my mantra, we're always doing this for my kids, for my family, right? Why not grab this opportunity on the online space? So the the income is unlimited. You just have to do your research, right? Due diligence, because of course there are also bad apples out there, right? So you just have to do your research and make sure that anything that you are getting into the online space is legit, because there's also some scams out there. It's a reality. Like, and as what Irene said, so take the opportunity. There's no risk, because as what Irene said, like there's a 30-day you know money back guarantee if you ever were looking for an online business to do a side hustle, so you don't need to quit your career. So all three of us, we still have our careers, so we are able to manage our time and run this business alongside our careers that we love. So you don't have to quit your job. But well, who knows in the future, right? If your income in this online business surpasses your career, what, it's up to you, it's your choice. But you don't need to quit your career. And this has been really, aside from the financial gains, the mindset shift. Like, when I started this business and I was engrossed in the community, like global community of really like-minded people helping each other, cheering each other up to to reach milestones and results. And yeah, that really, the confidence, of course, I am able to go out of my comfort zone. So I'm not used to I am an introvert person, but with this business I am able to develop myself to talk with Myrel and Irene. We don't know each other personally, but we just met in our community. And this is really, I just want to add something because of what happened with the pandemic, right? Do you know, like, I don't know, with all those people watching right now. So there is now a social media marketing course, right? So that is, because of what's happening, right? The world is changing. So in our community, you don't need to pay for that course. That is included in our training. So you're gonna be a natural social media marketer, taking advantage of the online space, So that's really one of the benefits. And yeah, just come check out, sign up so you can, see what we're talking about. So there's a lot of things that we can share, but an hour is not gonna be enough, right, sisters? Yeah, that's all I can say.
All right. Yes, guys. So I would give you some steps. So the first thing that you really need to do is free live. Watch our free webinar. It's free because that's the thing I like about the business is that it won't force you right away. The very first contact you have, you're like, okay, you have to sign up. No, you have to be in the business anymore. It actually give you levels, which I love because the first level is watch the live webinar, and you can reach out to any one of us here if you want to watch it, so we can give you the link. And Once you watch that and you say, okay, I think I'm interested and I want to know more, then you pay the 149.99. And you know why you have to pay for that? With all other businesses, we don't share our secrets, right? We don't share even with restaurants recipes, we don't. And it costs a lot to have that presentation be in one platform. So the 149.99, you would see the platform, how the different multiple streams of income is working. We cannot explain that here in just so short a time. So once you pay the 149.99, you will be able to see all those different services. I shouldn't say products, because we also have travel, we have send out cards. So it's not just products. And if you watch that and you're like, okay, am I still interested? Well, then if you're not, which I don't see why not, then you will get your money back. So it's not like you're already forced. You actually were given the opportunity a
Yeah.
couple of times to really decide for yourself. I have to do it because this is the time to change for my family, to make sure that my children will have a legacy of, being able to lead, because this teaches us to become leaders in this business world, for them to have a brighter future. And this is something you can pass on to your kids. So again, I also would like a disclaimer. I know that you might be watching my go live and I'm like, I don't want to do all what she's doing go lives all the time. No, it's up to you. You really have the freedom to choose how you want to bring your business. If you want to do go lives, then do so. If you don't want to don't want to do it, then don't. We just want to share, because we are so grateful for this business. We want to share the good news. You don't keep it to yourself. Every time you have good news, you share it. So thank you so much, everyone. I know it's been like really long today, but I hope that you found some valuable information. Again, time is something that we cannot give you back. So we appreciate every minute that you spend in watching our go live. Something that you have to think about for yourself and your family. And for those who've already been watching or haven't, please stay, because I still have an outro video just to give you the major points or summary of the business that we can offer you. I'm so excited for you, everyone. It's something that you really have to be excited for yourself too, just like Irina saying, and May. This is an opportunity, and next year is a new year. So start
Hmm.
thinking about it now. All right. Well, thank you, May. Thank you,
Thank
Irina. It's an
you.
honor to have you in my page.
Thank
Thank
you for having
you.
Welcome. Here we go.